What's up, Taurus? This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot here to look at your week ahead starting April 21st, 2025. Taurus, I hope all is well. Welcome any new subscribers. I appreciate you. My goal for this channel here is to reach 500 subscribers, and that way I could not only be monetized or start to be monetized, but also I can do other things like, doing live readings. And so when we can reach 500, then we should be okay. Anyway, Taurus, I hope all is well once again. Happy birthday to all the bulls, my bulls out there who may be celebrating their birthday this week. I want to wish you a very happy and safe birthday celebration. The deck that I'm using will be listed in the description box. So let's shuffle up this deck real good and see what the potential energy is coming up for Taurus this week. Taurus energy. What's going on for Taurus? What's coming up for Taurus? We are moving into or have entered into Taurus's energy. So you see it's pretty favorable, but you never know. These are just general readings, and comes to energy is really on an individual basis. So let's see. Keeping my fingers crossed for you, Taurus. Energies for my bulls here. What's coming up? All right, let's cut the deck and begin your messages for the week. Not intentionally reading reversals here by chance. First card in energy, we're going to start off with the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands here is actually pretty good. All right, so there could be some energy here for the bulls that I'm reading for this week, particularly this week, that there's some sort of strong passion that you're focused on, okay? Because the Queen is always focused on something and always normally goes after whatever it is that they're focused on. So for that focus, it could be for any bull that I'm reading for. It could be your work. It could be relationships. It could be, anything that you're in pursuit of, but you're very passionate about it. This is usually high, intense energy. And of course, it is a court card. So, I always have to throw in there that she could be expressing herself in a sexual manner, which is usually positive, right? So things are heating up. Things are fiery. Things are intense here, right? Okay, so we start off with the Queen of Wands. Also, the Queen of Wands can send in a burst of energy here for any bull that is creative, okay, to help you along the way with your creative pursuits. It's too many cards here. Up next here for you, Taurus, we have the Knight of Pentacles. For some of you, the focus will be on work because it follows that Queen. Money may be also involved here, but this could be also too in the form of a promotion, a pay raise. I always talk about the Knight of Pentacles as well as the Ace of Pentacles, not the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, I'm sorry, being the only two cards that I regard as seeking financial independence, or you already have established that energy. This is a court card as well. All right, so I feel that there could be some energy here related to a bull that I'm reading for when it comes to your work and your money in the form of a promotion, pay raise, bonus money. Could be anything involving a business, or just could be, standalone energy here. Could be that your financial situation is where you want it to be, is, on solid ground here, right? These people are usually good money handlers. They oftentimes work in dealing with money, so it could be in banking, investments, anything that involves money. All right, so following the Knight of Pentacles here for you, we have the Major Arcana, the Fool. Always pay attention to all the major arcanas that may show up in your spread because they will carry a lot of weight. More than likely, they will express themselves. For some bulls that I'm reading for, okay, the focus may be on you starting a new beginning in some area, whatever that energy is. But you have to release any fears that are associated with you wanting to start a new beginning. Maybe seeking some sort of excitement or adventure this week, Take that leap of faith. Always trust your instincts and allow the universe to support you in anything that you want to step into, okay? Whether it's, a new relationship, a new business, a new job, whatever. Just release the fears attached or assigned or associated with that energy, okay? Leave the hesitancy beside you and just go for it. If you're seeking some sort of excitement or adventure, go for it. For those bulls who don't have anything lined up or planned this week, the presence of the Fool in your spread still would indicate there is some sort of aspect of a new beginning in some area that's going to open up for you. So be on the lookout for that. Up next now we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so we have drawn more money here for you, Taurus. This definitely represents your energy here. For some bulls that I'm reading for, it could be, again, a small pay raise coming through, saving up for something greater. But then also, too, I read the Four of Pentacles is that you may be holding on to something securely that needs to be released and let go a little bit. Whatever that energy may be for you, Taurus, doesn't always, is not always in association with, withholding love and affection, even though I see that sometimes with the Four of Pentacles towards someone, or the energy may be being withheld towards you. All right. Following the Four of Pentacles here, now we have the, I want to make sure that, are these the wands? Nine of Wands. Okay. I wanted to make sure they weren't the swords here because, every time I use a different deck, things look differently for me. Anyway, so you have the Nine of Wands here. This is just one of my busy bees. So some of you bulls are going to be busy this week, doing the things that are necessary for you to do, whether it's work related, whether it's just doing things for yourself, just having the energy to complete the task or the assignments, whether it's on your plate or not. Okay, that's the Nine of Wands. Up next here now we have the Ace of Wands. Whoa. Okay, so the Ace of Wands comes through here, and this is the beginning stages of some sort of passion. This is sits underneath the court card, the Queen of Wands. Then, place yourself in the Queen of Wands energy here. That would be you initializing something or initiating something, starting something. That could be a new creative pursuit, could be a new project, could be anything in terms of a new hobby, could be a relationship, okay? But also with the Ace of Wands that I read sometimes, Taurus, there is something rapidly coming in fast, and it may occur this week that may put a smile on your face. That's energy of creating some sort of happiness or coming your way. Could be through any means of anything that I've expressed so far in this reading for you, or anything outside of the reading that's going on for you. Okay, it's usually pretty positive, and also too, there's always an element of surprise. All right, so that's the Ace of Wands. Up next now we have the King of Swords. King of Swords is usually regarded as being very serious in terms of having to do something in the form of an action or a decision. So when you get to the point of the King of Swords, unlike the Queen of Swords, who likes to oftentimes chit chatter, gossip and whatnot, um, he doesn't get involved in that. He doesn't involve himself in, he doesn't have time for it. But usually with the King of Swords here, when it comes to any major actions or decisions for you this week, some of that energy may come across as being cold and calculating, whether or not you're interacting with other people. And I don't think that if it does come across as being cold and calculated, it's not to be taken as an offense, because this is just something that you are planning to do or have to do. All right. So that's the King of Swords. Already, communicated, cleared up any possible confusions, uncertainties, or doubts, fears, related to a situation, person, or event. Standing there, standing there waiting to execute with that sword on whatever it is that you're about to do. All right, up next now we have the major arcana, the Hangman. So following the decision maker here, the Hangman comes through here that as a reminder, Taurus, not to move too quickly on anything when it comes to an action or a decision, because what you don't want to do is move too fast, too soon, then having to, have some sort of regrets about not taking your time to think about something a little bit further. This is usually that energy that comes through. All right, especially a message coming for those bulls who are going to do something in terms of a serious actions or, decision this week. Just take your time. Don't rush through it. You should be okay. This is usually hanging on the fence, air suspension, and just coming through to again let you know that don't rush through any decisions or actions this week, so that you don't end up having to deal with any types of regrets. Following the major arcana, the Hangman, now we have the major arcana, the Strength card. Now I do say, and I've said it before, pay attention to the major arcanas that are showing up here in your spread. This Strength card is overcoming any types of obstacles. It's stronger than the energy of that Queen of Wands when it comes to intensity and passion. Of course, the Strength card, in terms of sexual expression and energy, it's usually positive. So feeling your own power this week, feeling courageous, overcoming those obstacles and challenges that I have already mentioned. Nothing is going to prevent you, Taurus, from doing whatever it is or achieving whatever it is that you set yourself out to do. All right, following the major arcana, the strength card. Now we have the, oh, look at this, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so now what I was about to say, but we're still going to draw some additional energies here, but we'll get to that. Wheel of Fortune comes in here. This is luck for you all week, the entire week. Go for anything that you want to go. This is my Fate and Destiny card. This is also too one of my big money cards. If you're the risk-taking bull that I always throw in, that if you like to take risk in terms of gambling, go on casino runs, playing the lottery, scratch, or whatever, just play responsibly. This is an opportunity for big money to come through. When it comes to Fate and Destiny, because this card always represents there may be an opportunity of you being somewhere where you could just be going about minding your own business and whatnot, and something happens that is unexpected to you, but it was fated if it does happen to you, or it was destined for you to come across this energy, whatever that energy may be. Anything that was unfortunate for you, Taurus, may turn around this week and be in your favor, okay? Because that's what the Wheel of Fortune is capable of doing energetically. Additional messages here for you, Taurus. We have the moon. All right, so the major arcana, the moon is here. So secrets are revealed. Definitely want to put a check on your emotions this week. I don't think you guys will have any problems with that. Always do checks and balances with your emotions, because this moon can be tricky and where it could send your emotional state up too high, Taurus, or send it down too low. We don't want either. We want to be in the middle, strike a balance, right? Likes and crushes come forward with the moon because it's revelation. So anything else other than likes and crushes may be revealed to you in some manner, or for in some instance. Also, there's a change of energy. A cycle is moving away from you, Taurus. A new cycle is about to begin. All right. Also, too, the moon in your spread is like the Seven of Cups when it shows up during a reading, that there is, because this is your reading, this is extension of some sort of energy that may be coming towards you, okay, in the form of dedication, love, and devotion from those that are closest to you, whoever they may be. Excuse me. And I was about to say from the Wheel of Fortune here that we did not draw any cups um, to indicate that, the bulls that I'm reading for are celebrating their birthdays. But here we go. We got the major arcana, the moon, which represents Cancer, Scorpio, is and Pisces as well. So that's cup energy. Okay, this still would represent love, relationships, as well as celebrations. Following the major arcana of the moon here for you, Taurus. Now we have the what do we have? All right, so we have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is just really minor energy if it does express itself, having to sort some energy out internally, dealing with external factors, whether it's, dealing with actual people, feeling like you're pulled into making, many choices or having many choices or decisions to make. But I don't think that you'll have any problems, because we singled it out with the King of Swords. That's you having to figure something out when it comes to feeling like you're being pulled in several different directions in terms of making an action or a decision. Here you are right here. That's the King of Swords. Also, to we have a couple of people here in this spread here, so don't, make sure that you're not allowing these energies, however it may come across, to mess with your mind, play head games with you, okay? Also, there may be something that you hold or possess that someone is envious of. All right, so the last card here for you in this spread is, we finish off with the Empress card, the major arcana. So what a way to finish off the reading for you this week. Very good. So the Empress is a card that represents beauty for me, of course, something around you growing, developing, expanding, something new occurring. This is pregnancy news around you. This is also childbirth. This also could be for those bulls that I'm reading for, that this week alone could be, whether or not you're celebrating your birthday, where you're refocusing the energy. You're pulling that energy back and you're focusing on yourself, taking care of your own needs, your own wants. And this is not a selfish act. This is just an act towards preserving your own energy so that you can, put that energy out towards others if you shall, want to do that. But this is, taking care of your inner beauty, external beauty, coming to know what your, your worth is, what you value, and all that stuff, what it means to you and what it means to other people. Loving yourself, taking care of yourself, definitely. For some of you, this could be going to since it represents beauty, hair salon appointments, nail salon, pedicures, whatever. Could be modifying your diet, changing your diet, exercising more. Could be just spending some time outdoors since we're in spring, depending on the region that you live in, enjoying Mother Nature and God's beauty, because I always regard the Empress and the Temperance as Mother Nature. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. So this is a beautiful card to receive and to finish off your spread. And Taurus, basically, this is what I have for you this week, not too bad. Keep in mind, however, that I am just interpreting these messages how I see fit. If they do not fit into your energies here, you don't have to use them. Take what's going to work for you, though, however, leave the rest alone. Please, Taurus, like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You guys have a safe, great week ahead. Once again, to the Bulls, happy birthday who are celebrating. Always come back here to get more of these messages from me, Taurus, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.